Hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Man Cave. And things have happened over the weekend. First of all, though, I guess we got cut off Friday on the vlog. And when I look out there now, I don't see Friday's vlog out there, at least not on my channel. I don't see it there. I was just wondering if anybody knows at what point we got cut off, because I just kept going. I didn't notice that it was cut off. I don't know. Stuff just happens. Did you ever hear it's not easy being me? Over the weekend, well, so Friday afternoon, let's see, what was it I did Friday afternoon? Oh, I don't even know. I don't remember. I probably worked on the gun stock, I guess. And then Saturday morning, I hauled firewood, and man, I got busy hauling firewood, but I had a lot of help. Here's a little clip on that. This is 2 huge loads off of my trailer. Some of these pieces, even though they're hollow, they're solid enough, trust me, and a couple of them, I guarantee you, weigh more than I do. I guarantee you. I had to get a ramp and roll them up, and even then I couldn't do that. Trust me, I had to manhandle them to get them on the trailer. Normally I would split them with the Bobcat, but it just worked out this way. And so this is 2 loads right here, and then this is a 3rd load right here, and they were all 3 huge, heavy loads. There's still at least 2 more loads up there, and we still have all that green wood there. I'm trying to save that green wood till at least into January or something like that. It'll be fine by then. I mean, it's fine now. I can burn it now, but it's just better if you wait. So this all is pretty dry here, or at least it's been dead a long time. But it doesn't mean it's not solid. That stuff there is super heavy, trust me. Every bit of that load there was heavy, and most of this load was heavy. Even though there's some rotted stuff in there, it's still very heavy wood. It's all oak. It was a big job, but I had a lot of help this morning, so I was able to spread the workload out between me, myself, and I. And between the 3 of us, it wasn't that bad. When you spread it out like that, you know, worked out pretty good. Well, I see in the comments there that somebody said we got cut off for violating the YouTube policy again. So I guess I'm back in YouTube jail. Hey, might as well stay there, you know, what the heck. America, land of the fee. America, land of the not so free. You can't show, speak, talk, do anything. You know, it'd be different if it was hate speech or, you know, trying to create a problem or something, but we're not doing that. It's just a mess. So maybe I'll just save the last video, the other video, till the very end, because we might get cut off again. I'll show you. I was going to show you this last, but I'll show this first because there's nothing here except wood. This is just wood. But listen to this satisfying sound right here. This is the clip, and it goes in like this. You hear that click? Well, it works. I'm pretty happy with that. The still no guard down here, so I started making one today, making this out of aluminum, and that's going to go like right there. So anyway, it's pitiful. It really is pitiful. Just live in YouTube jail. That's where I live. You know, I guess it's because it's a live vlog that they do that. I don't know, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you because that's just kind of who I am. So here it is. Here's the video I have for today. I've just about got this stock finished as far as all the work goes on the fit up and all that. It fits up pretty good. I've got the clip here, And if you watch this, listen to this satisfying sound here. It clicks right in. Works really nice. I'd be lying if I said it ejected the shells perfectly, because it doesn't. It seems like it's the actual clip, though, that may be, it just may be coincidental that the clip itself seems like the shells are sticking down in the clip. So I'll work on that and see where the problem is. But overall, it's pretty darn good. I couldn't be much happier with the way it turned out. It fits up really well. Everything's good. You notice I still don't have a trigger guard. Well, I started machining one of those today out of aluminum. I'm actually going to paint it with flat black paint and then polish it with like a car wax. And that turns it into like a baked on enamel. I've done it many times and it works. It's amazing. And like it won't chip off, it won't wear, it won't do nothing. So I mean, it really turns it into a neat thing. So my problem is, I machined this off of another pick guard, and I didn't think about the fact that there's a gap under here. I wished I had machined it in a curve. I may have to do it again. What I'm trying to do presently is I actually machined this tab back in there longer, and I may go some longer yet and see if I can bend that tab. I don't know if you can bend aluminum at all. I don't think you can. But if I can bend that, that would be fine. It would work out just great. I don't need to bend it very much, just a little bit. Since this video is going to be shown on my vlog today, if anybody knows how to bend aluminum, well, be sure to put that in the comments. It would sure be helpful. I also fitted up the shoulder rest much better. That's working out real nice. I've given it a sand down to 220. I might go more than that. I'm still waiting on my super glue. It hasn't even shipped yet, at least as of yesterday it hadn't shipped yet. It's supposed to be here Wednesday. I can't catch a break on stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to wait until I get the super glue, put that on there as a first coat. And I'm on the fence about buying a checkering kit. They're like $350 for a good one, for one that'll do everything. And I'm on the fence about buying that. I think I'm going to, because I don't think you could buy a stock custom made like this for $350. So, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And hopefully the video that I put out on this will pay for that. So there you go. You just never know. I'm really overall pretty pleased with it. I mean, you want it better every time you do something like this. You never are satisfied completely. At least I'm not. There's things I'd do different if I was doing it again, like machining this. I'd machine that in a curve, and I may have to do that again. You just never know. But right now, I'm thinking this will work. So that's it for right now. Well, how many of you caught my misspeak there when I said pick guard instead of trigger guard? Well, anyway, the Freudian, I'm sure. Does anybody know how to bend something like that? If I could just bend this down a little bit right here, I think it would work just fine. But if anybody's got any ideas on bending aluminum, I haven't asked Grok yet, or haven't done anything like looking for a video or anything yet on bending aluminum, but I may do that. I feel like I have to talk real fast because we're going to get cut off. There's no doubt about it. And you know what? I don't give a rip. Let them cut me off. It just shows how stupid they are if they cut me off. And so YouTube, if you heard me, I just called you stupid. And that's just bottom line what it is. Anyway, let's go to the comments and see who and what. I seemed like I was going to say something else about that, but I forgot what it was now. Let's see. Eddie Turner was there. He says afternoon. David Tharp's there. Rod Wentler. He says good to see you're back online after being yanked from YouTube. Let's see. Joe Cool USA. Wayne Blitz. And then Ronald Todd says, good afternoon, Jerry and everyone from the West Banks of New Jersey. And then, Yeah, and then Ronald Todd says, "Why were you taken off YouTube?" Well, see, I didn't even realize that it happened until I was closing out the video, and I might have went on another 5 minutes. I don't really know. I think it was toward the end, and somebody else said that. But regardless, it's pitiful. I mean, it would be different if I was like loading that, or if I was aiming it at the camera, or aiming it at something else or something like that. But we're making a stock out of wood. It's just a wooden item. I don't know. It's pitiful. Yeah, Kim sees that. Did you show it too many times on Friday? Well, I guess. And did I do that again today? Yep. I just saw a notice down there. It says, "Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines." I always abide by the guidelines. I'm not doing anything wrong. Wrong is in the eye of the beholder, you know. And in my case, I'm not doing anything wrong. Let's see. David Tharp says, "Just watched a documentary about hippos. Turns out they don't eat marbles when they're hungry." Hungry hippo. Clyde Lewis, good afternoon, RSW friends. Hope you're keeping warm. Yep. Dottie's there. Hello, everyone. Bill Rhodes, good afternoon. Gino Hitch says, "Hi, Jerry and friends. Another cold one here in Monroe, Ohio." Yeah, it's fairly chilly today, but I think it's warming up. The sun's out. Yeah, we're back up to 40 again. 41, it says. By the way, Saturday afternoon, I did take off and went out, because I hauled all that wood Saturday morning. I just took the afternoon off and I went out metal detected Saturday afternoon. And I found tons of metal. Nothing worth showing you. It's just aggravating. I think I've found everything good that's on this whole farm. It seems like it anyway. The last several times I've gone out, I haven't even found anything that I want to show anybody. Bill Rhodes says, "I was just wondering, why is it so hard for me to get your show?" Got no idea. I'm here every day. Well, except for when they put me in jail. Kim Z, "I live in Gilbert, Arizona, and the high today is 74. Wow, or will be 74. Pretty cool. Well, actually, it's pretty warm. Bill Rhodes, "For some reason, I'm not getting notified." Well, I don't know about the notify thing, but I'm not doing anything that I'm aware of to block it. Bill Webb says, "Good afternoon." Bill Mumbo, "Hi, you folks." Richard Herbranson says, "Hi, Jerry. Good to see you back." I didn't know I left. Dottie's praying for us. Thank you, Dottie. After we went live today, Bullhorn says, "Good afternoon, Jerry and gang." David Tharp says, "What did I do with the instructions for the paper shredder?" Oh, no. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. Signors Necessin 65. I'm not sure how to say that username. Says, "Jerry's last video got popped." Borrowed paper songbook. You are the man, Jerry. Eddie Turner, "Here's what YouTube said. This video has been removed for violating YouTube's community guidelines." Whoa! At least I'm doing something right. You know, it's sad. It's sad that we live in a world where you can't do. It would be totally different if it was involving hate or, hard, creating some kind of a negative thing. We're not doing that. We're just showing how we carve something. Be no different than if you were carving a walking stick. It's just carving a piece of wood, and it fits onto a gun. So what? So what? Not doing anything other than that, Be different if you were. I'd kind of agree with them if they were doing something real, nefarious or something. Rod Wentler, Jerry, you got cut off just right near the end of your vlog. I did a screen grab of YouTube. Notice if you want me to email it to you. It's not necessary. We know what it was. Bullhorn, I didn't find a vlog Friday. Yeah, well, don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I can't find it now. Dottie Hildebrandt, it's probably out there under all my video list, and it probably say violated something or other, and I'll go on there and I'll appeal it, and hopefully it'll come back because there's nothing wrong. Let's see. Dottie's probably in there. Oops, it scrolled on me again. We're still live as far as I can tell. I haven't seen any notices pop up yet. Richard Herbranson's, no, I see. Lyndon Bump says, yeah, it said you were pulled through violating community guidelines, probably for showing your gun stock. Yeah, pretty bad, pretty sad. Richard Herbransson, vlog was cut right after asking about the checking on the gun stock. By the way, I'm off the fence. That's what I was going to say to you. I forgot what it was, but after watching the video, I'm not on the fence anymore about buying the checkering tool. I ordered it. It's on its way. It's going to be a while, though, it looks like. I think everything's slow right now because of the Christmas holidays, I assume. But like I said, I haven't even got the darn CA glue yet. The thin stuff I'm waiting on. By the way, might as well show it again. Why not? Ain't nothing but a piece of wood, Hey, YouTube, this is just a piece of wood. Pitiful. But this is so thin through here, it's only about an 1/8 inch thick on both sides. So I'm worried that could break, especially under the, the shock load of the shell. So what I'm going to do, and it's kind of non-conventional, but I'm going to cut out some kind of fancy panels here, and I'm going to make them match whatever checkering I do, and I don't know what that's going to be yet either, but I'm going to do something, and I'm going to do some checkering on those panels, and I'm going to put a design inside the panel, like the rose or maybe a deer head or something like that. I'm going to carve something in the panel and then do checkering around the panel, and I'm going to glue that on here with Type Bond original, and that'll strengthen this area. And it won't get in the way because it's not in the area where I'm holding. This is the area that needs strengthening, and I hold like this. So anyway, so that I think will work. I saw some other bolt actions that were beefed up in this area, but they were actually, they just left the wood more bulky in this area, which I didn't think looked all that good either. So I think what I'm doing, it may not be the best option, in terms of looks, but I think I'm going to try to make it look like a feature, because I'm going to decorate it extra. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do, because I do think that probably needs some strengthening right there. Let's see if I can find where we were again. Let's see. Lawrence Coffee says, God bless America again. Yeah, the land of the fee. Yeah, you notice that those, it's backwards. You notice that those are not stars. Those are supposed to be dollar signs. They kind of blurred out. They're kind of blurred out in the video, but I think if I get close enough, you can see it. Anyway, Joe says, yes, community guidelines, what BS? And I have to agree with you on that one. Let's see. It scrolls on me. I can't keep track of where it is when it scrolls. Borrow Paper Songbook says, they are going to get you again. Yeah, ain't that so sad? Oh, stupid. Absolutely stupid. Yeah, I called them stupid again. It's just stupid. There's no other way to... it's just ridiculous. David Tharp, you must have stepped on the wrong eggshell. Freedom, what freedom? Boy, I couldn't agree with that more. Moving on down. Dottie says, hit the like button. Yeah, do that. show YouTube that, you like this instead of, want to take it off. I mean, like, it'd be different. Like I said, if we were preaching hate or, doing something bad, we're not, and it's just not right. Ronald Todd, rather than bending aluminum, maybe you could flatten out the pocket seat. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm planning to do that, but I don't. First of all, it's very thin in that area already because of the giant trigger that sits inside there. So I can only do so much. I need to bend it. Hugh O'Connor, heating aluminum first should make bending it easier. Well, I don't know. I've never seen anybody heat aluminum to bend it. I've never seen anybody bend aluminum. So. Well, actually, that's not true. Actually, now I think about it, I've bent a lot of aluminum in my life. I mean, a lot. I hadn't even thought about it from this perspective. But you know what aluminum arrows are? Like when you shoot targets? I was an expert at straightening aluminum arrows. I could get them absolutely perfect. I mean, like perfect. Better than they came from the factory, or at least as good. And I did that for years because I shot so much target archery, and the arrows would get bent or warped or something. And anyway, I could straighten them and get them absolutely perfect. So I do know you can bend aluminum, but that's a little different. Those are hollow shafts. I don't know if I can bend this thick piece like this. I'm thinning this down in this area. It's mostly that I want to bend it from about where this curve is here, just down a little bit more. If it came down another 1/16 of an inch, it would probably be enough. Let's see. David Tharp says, thumbs up, everybody. Wavy Gravy, my sister once accidentally sat down on a paper shredder. Disaster. Whew. Let's see. Ronald Todd says, thanks, Dottie. And let's see. 49 or 16 says, Jerry, I found a show from Dickey Barbecue. You sang Don't Leave Earth Without Him. First time for me. A great song, young man. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's another one I wrote. Don't Leave Earth Without Him. That's the song that I wrote in 70-mile-an-hour rush hour traffic. It was, like 5:30-ish. I was on Highway 270, which circles around St. Louis, and it's about, 6 lanes wide on each side. It's about a 12-lane wide highway through there, and it was just bumper to bumper, 70 miles an hour. I mean, it was hauling. You don't usually have bumper-to-bumper traffic that fast, but that's how fast it was that day. And the one car passes me, and this bumper sticker said Jesus, but I saw in fine print under it, it said, don't leave Earth without him. So I wrote the song right there in that traffic. I had a little mini tape recorder, and I just sang the words of it as I was writing it into the tape recorder. David Tharp, I put an innocent funny at the beginning of today's vlog about deer hunters, and YouTube didn't let it go through. What? Seriously? That's pitiful. That's just stupid. YouTube, you're stupid. Wavy Gravy, the universe is made up of infinite supply of neutrons, electrons, protons, and morons. The latter are confined to Earth. No, the latter's confined to YouTube right now, as far as I'm concerned. Eddie Turner says, I sent you the grok response in email. Okay. On bending aluminum, I guess. Cool. Larry O. Stafford says, hi, Jerry. Hi back. Bill Mumbo says, vlog 842 is missing. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. I couldn't find it. I think it is on my, it'll probably be on my list of videos. I just didn't look there specifically. I was just looking in the normal way I produce a video every day, and it wasn't there. Dottie says, you are so welcome. Oh, nope, sorry. Bill Webb, I was going to beg forgiveness for missing the vlog Friday, but now apparently I don't have to. Yes, you do. That doesn't relieve your responsibility. Eddie Turner, they don't want you to show instructional content, but they seem to be okay with showing people firing then on some of those sites. Yeah, apparently if it's a video that they can review ahead of time or something, I guess it must be the difference. When you do it on a live vlog like I'm doing it on, apparently that's not their thing. Larry O. Stratford, I have a question. How do these guys that show testing guns on YouTube, I have watched many, yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's because they put them out in video form and not on a live vlog. I think that's the difference. It's the best I can come up with. But again, I'm not firing a gun. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not preaching hate. I'm just showing how I'm making a gun stock. That's all there is to it. Just a piece of wood, This could easily be a walking stick. I don't see it's any different. I don't know. It's crazy. Just absolutely crazy. But it is going to be pretty when it's done. You can see all that curl in there. It's going to be really, really something. If you get to see it, if they don't put me in jail to the point where you can't see it. But hopefully you'll get to see it. I don't know. It's just, did you ever hear it's not easy being me? Anyway, guys, I guess that's everything I've got. Thank you for being here. 117 viewers. Kind of a short one again today, but we might as well get off here before they throw us off. That way they don't have the pleasure of doing that. Y'all take care. We will see you tomorrow with something else.